Congratulations. We now call you Mr. Representative. Take us through taking the oath of office remotely.
Well, the freshmen and some representatives that are already serving did have the opportunity to go into the building yesterday to get sworn in by Governor Baker, and we were also visited by the Lieutenant Governor and the Governor's Council, and it was a great ceremony. And all of the freshmen were very thankful for the speaker for still allowing us to have a ceremonial day in the chamber to the extent that we were able to have. Unfortunately, family had to watch from home, but they enjoyed it just as much. People had to cancel their weddings this year, so this is a small sacrifice that we can make.
Absolutely. There is, of course, a new speaker with this term. You did not get a chance to weigh in on the speaker. That was taken care of in the old session.
Well, every new session we have to vote for a new speaker. So even though they had selected Mr. Mariano in the interim, we still had to vote yesterday for him to be the speaker for this session.
And the Democrats, I would assume, were unanimous in their selection?
There was 2 representatives that voted present.
Okay, and you of course voted yes.
Yeah, for Mr. Mariano, yes.
I'm quite familiar with the House and the seating. Betty Poirier, and before her, Kevin, had the front row seat. Do you take over that same desk?
Well, for the inauguration yesterday, that was my honorary seat for that day. All of the freshmen occupied the seat of their predecessor for that day, and they haven't quite figured out the seating plan, and there isn't really a strong need to do that right now because we're still working remotely, and once the bill filing deadline passes, we will begin to start the public hearings from our committees, and around that time, between February and April, we'll be assigned a committee after the rules debate.
What are some of your priorities?
Sure. So for me, it's continuing to maintain a strong presence in the community in North Attleboro, and Mansfield, and bringing back important public resources back to the district. I'm also very supportive of our seniors and those that are on hard times right now, and I want to support the community's ability to offer more property tax exemptions while also working to support public education, both K through 12 and higher education. North Attleboro still does not have universal full-day kindergarten, and I believe there's more that the state can do to be able to facilitate and support that effort. Healthcare is also a major issue right now, and there is still work that can be done to end surprise billing and expand telehealth in this age of the pandemic as much as possible, as well as also looking at environmental issues. Many of the bodies of water in town are considered impaired by the Department of Environmental Protection and the EPA, and I've been working with department heads to address some of those issues and find out different areas where the state can help facilitate some improvements there.
You mentioned working with department heads. I would assume you'll be working very closely with Michael Borga, a man that you know, having served on the council. To a lesser degree, Kevin Dumas, the town manager in Mansfield, and Paul Haru, the mayor in Attleboro. I'm sure the 2 words they're concerned about are state aid.
Yes.
Have you heard anything about what might be coming down?
No, we have not heard anything other than the governor is working on preparing his budget recommendation, and that will be released within the near future.